for Nathan Awaken. It's where we making went from joints to spliffs, from Reggie to Piff, medical to homegrown, a connoisseur of cannabis. Free the weed for giving us what we need. Pot over everything, so get on the green speed. The draw is over me, order me some old tree. Keep the smoke in the scenery since the chronic blowing. 1 2 1 2 microphone check 1 2. My name is Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. And today on the line, I have a special guest, a talented R&B singer, songwriter, and producer, Mr. K.Luv Evans. What's going on with you, brother?
What's up, man?
What's the
What's
deal,
going
man?
on with you? Oh, man, just chilling, man. Just taking it one day at a time, dog.
I feel you, man. Musically, what do you have in store for 2022?
Man, I'm working on the album, man, right now. Got a couple songs that I gotta revamp and shit. There's a lot of shit that I did some years back that I wanna, show to the world. Quote unquote, it's certain a lot of shit that I did back in the day. It was kind of like, I just did it for fun, but they were actual songs. So I'm looking to, bring that back out.
That's what's up, man. Since you are R&B artist and on this, particular platform, hip hop pretty much dominates the the topics as far as what's discussed. But since you're an R&B artist, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the current state of R&B?
As far as the older cats or the newer version of the R&B cats nowadays.
Oh, we're gonna talk about what's presently, what's going on right now. We could talk about the new, you know.
Well, I really feel like the cast before the new cast, the older cast. I mean, some of them still doing their thing, some of them not. You know what I'm saying? I feel, me personally, just my opinion. I feel like some of the older cats who used to do R&B, I feel like they failed to actually put out more music because they venturing into other situations and businesses and not really realizing that you know the R&B game still needs them no matter if they old or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel on that situation.
And that's interesting that you say that because there's an ageism that exists in hip hop where, uh, according to certain people, if you're a certain age, your music is no longer effective or you don't sound good. And in R&B, it's kind of different. You can have an older, they're gonna classify it as adult contemporary music, but nonetheless, it's an R&B artist who has been out there for years, who is still putting out great music and can still be
Right,
accepted. I wish
right.
that would happen more in hip hop, but now we're talking about R&B. Uh,
Right.
who does K.Luv listen to, R&B wise? Do you have a top five R&B?
I don't think I have a top five, but I listen to a couple of cats. I listen to Tank. I listen to Jamie Foxx. That's another that's another nigga I'm mad at right now because he ain't doing nothing musically. Basically older cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Earth, Wind and Fire, the Stylistics, the OJs. You know, shit. I don't know if you know who Rome is, but I still jam Rome. You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember Rome, I Belong to You.
Yeah, I still jam songs of funk. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Hell
just,
yeah. Classic.
you
That's
know,
that's classic R&B, right? That's somebody the other day was saying that that type of feeling or energy is missing from R&B today, which is why I asked you, how do you feel about the current state of R&B? Because R&B in the '90s,
I'm gonna be honest with you. It was more, love music, ballads, if you will. This is prior to them starting to mix rappers and R&B artists. It was still traditional R&B. Traditional R&B was your love ballads, your high notes, your what I'm saying, your love songs. And that's what, at least for the first half of the 90s, that's what R&B primarily was. But then you had this new sound coming. And this new sound that was coming was the SWV, the R. Kelly, the Joe, the Usher in the early going. Uh, you had Drew Hill, you had Jagged Edge, you had
I
um,
still listen to Jagged Edge still to this day.
oh man, Jagged
I
Edge,
still listen to Jagged Edge. I
Jagged.
still listen to the old shit and the new shit. They just came out with a new album last year. I was on that shit too. But you gotta understand something, man. It ain't about the '90s R&B. What it's about is, man, times have changed, and R&B artists are having different things to talk about, just as far as not just love making. You know what I'm saying? Because R&B ain't just about love making. It's about telling your story. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, like, times have changed. Like, quote unquote, bitches want to get slutted out. So you got certain R&B singers talking about bitches getting slutted out, and you gotta understand that R&B niggas lifestyle, bro, is very, very, very different from a rapper's lifestyle. You got all these bitches want to get at this one R&B artist, so of course he gonna probably fuck somebody over, fucking one or two women over because he in love with this woman, that woman, and the next, or he might not be in love with this other woman, but she in love with him. So it's an emotional roller coaster with R&B artists, dog.
Well, that happens with rappers too. I mean, I've seen my fair share of rappers who, you know, they knee deep in the lifestyle, and they, with that territory. There's just like, well, I don't know who is more out of R&B and rap, but
R&B niggas are more toxic. We're put in the most toxic situations you could ever think about.
wow. Because I think I
That's
think
real
I
shit.
think being in a I think toxic is, to me, is like having multiple children with multiple women, and I know a number of rappers, or I've heard about a number of rappers who have been caught up in those type of situations as well. Wow. Yeah. Well,
You
I didn't
said
think
you
about it
said you
like that.
said multiple what now? You
I
think being
said
toxic to you is multiple what?
having multiple children with multiple women, and
Well, you got to think about it. Look at Tank. Look how many kids he got.
I never knew how many kids he had.
Oh, that nigga got a lot of kids. He got a plethora of fucking kids.
Damn,
A plethora of them motherfuckers.
I had no idea. But
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I have two kids. I was supposed to have seven.
damn,
Yeah, that's something that you didn't know.
wow, wow, you're talking about megaton bomb right there. Um, well, I put it to you like this: if I was not the careful person that I am, I could have had more than the one child that I have now as well. You know what I'm saying? But I always proceeded my lifestyle with caution. I didn't throw. I wasn't reckless. I was around a lot of recklessness. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? But I didn't allow myself to become reckless or fall
right,
victim to being reckless. But that's just me.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to talk to you about the label situation. That Do you want to talk about that?
That's fine with me.
The label. Have you started this label, or your plan is to start this label? I'm confused on that part.
You talking about my label?
Yeah.
Oh, my label. I already have a DBA in my label right now. What my label is, I'm not really planning on signing artists as of right now. I'm just sticking to what I know, and trying to work with different, people who want to work with me as an artist. I feel like that if God gives me that opportunity to get a partnership with a major, then I would bring more artists in. But if I was to bring more artists in, then I would be having to focus on being the CEO more than the artist. And I feel like being the CEO would take up more of my time. I know it's a lot of people who might say that's not true, that you can do both, but you know, uh, I know for a fact, I know myself, I know that I can't focus on a lot of things. I can only focus on one thing at a time. I'm only human, you know what I'm saying? So I can only focus on one thing at a time. So I feel like that if I ever got put in that position, I would be focused on being the CEO and pushing the artist and doing what I gotta do. I wouldn't have a problem with like, being on songs and nothing like that, but I'm talking about as far as like solo purposes. I probably wouldn't be on the solo tip. I'd probably be doing more features than anything. I'd be focusing on my artist.
That's what's up. You got a title for this album that you working on right now?
Yeah, man, it's called I'm Real. I need to. I had some old pictures from my old photo shoot in 2016 that I wanted to go with, and the reason why I wanted to go with the old pictures that I took in 2016 because when you think of I'm Real, you want to think like I don't know about everybody else, but I know how I think. Like I want you to see the griminess. You know what I'm saying? Like I got on a regular snapback, a hustle 24/7 365 shirt on. Just this grimy as can be. You know what I'm saying? Like and I just wanted to be just grimy. I want the album cover to just be grimy as fuck, and that's something that I just want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can do a whole photo shoot and clean up. You know what I'm saying? Throw the jewelry on all that shit, but I mean, that shit really don't matter to me.
I want to ask you something. What does the future of R&B look like?
That's a good question. Shit, I don't, that's a hard one for me to answer, dog, because it can go either way, dog. I mean, it can go back to the times like back in the day, or it can elevate and turn into something different. I mean, we didn't see what hip hop did, so I mean,
And
I
for and
really
for and just so I'm clear, what did hip hop do?
take a fucking turn from left field.
Would
Turn like
turn in
that
a
shit
good turn in a
turn,
good
man.
direction or a bad turn?
I don't really feel. I mean, I feel like some of the artists. Don't get me wrong. I feel like some of the artists have been pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we know who the artists we don't fuck with, who trash. You know what I'm saying? We know who these people are. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
I
let's just
just
be real. I mean, the artists is that's fucked off, and the producers that's fucked off. They fucking up the game. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be a producer and an engineer and an artist out here nowadays because everybody is trying to do it. Even the people who don't have talent is trying to do the shit. It's just like the weed game. The weed game fucked up now. You know what I'm saying? Like the weed game is real fucked up right now. So I mean, it's crazy. Now it's getting to the point where like the dog game is gonna get fucked up. Everybody selling dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm even getting ready to sell dogs. So it's crazy. So it's like I'm not finna. I know one thing. I'm not finna just dumb myself down and lower my prices for anybody. Say the game is just fucked up, man. That's a lot of people who need to be weeded out. It's certain artists that are not talented. They suck, but they're great businessmen. If that makes sense. I mean, real. I ain't go. I mean, that. Hey,
your phone breaking up again.
can you hear me?
Still breaking up.
Let me get where you can you?
It's still breaking up.
Oh, this ain't nothing but the devil right here. I ain't never had my phone break up on me like this before.
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
Yeah, that ain't nothing
I
but the devil,
understand what
bro.
you're saying, but I just I don't like it when people say, you know, well, times have changed. Uh,
Right,
but when something evolves, that means it gets better.
right,
Rap music has not evolved. Rap music
right,
has devolved, meaning
right,
it has went down the fucking toilet bowl.
right.
So, you know, and I don't want to make no excuses about it because just as much as I'm an artist, I'm also a fan of music and I listen to it and I say, "What the fuck is this?" Because
Right.
this is not nothing that I'm used to. You know what era I'm from? I'm from the realest era of music, both R&B and rap. And that was the
But
night and
that's
that's
what
the
I'm saying though.
90s.
It's multiple artists that have no talent, bro, and they trash as hell. But they are great businessmen. Soldier Boy is trash, complete trash, but he's a great businessman. You know what I'm saying? He knows
Yeah.
how to market himself.
Do you
So
listen
I give him that as a businessman, but as an artist, I can't give him that.
I
He
feel that.
trash.
I understand that. Do you listen to any artists from Beaumont?
Oh shit. Man, I don't know if I want to answer that, dog. I don't want to piss nobody off, man. I don't want to piss nobody
I
off,
mean, I'm
man.
gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's only a handful because Beaumont has always been a reflection of what the mainstream industry is at whatever time. Now, I've been making music long enough that I've seen the coming of a few eras and trends that Beaumont has latched on to. Early on, when I was rapping and Screw was the dominant, everybody around me was rapping like a Screw tape.
Yep.
And that
I
lasted
mean that,
and
but
that
that's our
last
history, though.
and
And you
that
know,
well that's something that we inherited from Houston, but
yeah,
that's Houston culture. That's not
yeah,
Beaumont culture. You know what I'm saying? And but regardless, that happened and that stayed around for a long time, for longer than I thought it would, really. And then once we got past the 2000 point, you started hearing artists who had their own identity from
right,
Beaumont. You know what I'm saying? Who were actually sounding like themselves. And then the ringtone era came.
yeah,
We all remember the ringtone era. That's about the time when Soldier Boy stepped in. That's about the time that Universal started putting their marketing dollars behind Lil Wayne and the
right,
rap music just turned from sugar to shit.
right.
And
I mean, it's a couple of people I listen to, out of Beaumont, but uh, I was listening to a lot of folks out of Beaumont, but the term Hollywood,
yeah,
the Hollywood ego that came into play with most of these artists because I get to the point to where when I listen to somebody and it's sonically great to my ears, I want to work with them. And if you got that Hollywood ego, I just can't fuck with you no more. So I will completely stop listening to your music, literally.
well, yeah, I know people that's like that too. Where do you think that ego stuff come from? Because I've been making music for a long time, and I don't have an ego. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
I mean, ego is in everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ego is in every man. It's low levels of ego and it's high levels of ego. And you gotta know when to set your pride aside and realize that your ego is
cause
taking
I
place. But at the same time, I understand what you're saying though. You don't have an ego because I don't really have an ego like that. But I'm gonna be real with you. When somebody come at me on some shit that's dealing with music, like I'm not that nigga, I'm gonna get on their ass. And I'm gonna let them know you not fucking with me, not even on your best day. You know what I'm saying? So that my ego kicks in sometimes like that, but it ain't to the point where I don't want to work with somebody.
Right. Or
You know what I'm saying?
the ego could be
Yeah,
a very bad detriment to people.
right.
I'm just trying to figure out how does somebody who didn't achieve nothing have an ego. You
I
know what I'm
get
saying?
that.
Like, cause
I get that.
it's people who, you know, they kind of come in the game. I feel like that started with Kanye, for some reason, but it seemed like every rapper since then has come in the game with this almost like built-in backpack ego.
Right.
Like they instantly, like when you hear their first song, it's a lot of, and rap has always been like that. You always brag on yourself or
Yeah,
whatever.
man.
You know, that's been a part of rap forever. You know what I'm saying? But this ego thing, I just don't get it. But plug all your social media and tell everybody, you know, what new music you have coming out.
Oh man, I got a new single coming out pretty soon. It's called 25/8, and I'm basically just paying homage to the Golden Triangle. You know what I'm saying? DJ DMD, shout out to him. You can hit me up on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? At K.Luv Evans, K.Luv Evans. You know what I'm saying? You hit me on YouTube. You know, I can accept messages on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? Emmanuel K.Luv Evans. My Facebook, Emmanuel Evans. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up, man. Shout out to Two Throw Minds. You know, I still listen to them as artists. You know what I'm saying? Albie and DC, that's my boys. RIP to C-Mo, my dog. You know what I'm saying? My friend, my true friend. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my
Yeah,
dog. You know what I'm saying?
no doubt.
You know, that's my nigga. You know, that's somebody who believed in me when I was too stupid to believe in my damn self. You know what I'm saying? So that's my nigga. That's gonna forever be my nigga. I'm gonna rock with him, and you know, I'm talking about him in his new single. You know, 25/8. So you know what I'm saying? Be looking out for that pretty soon, man. You know, first single to the album. And shit, man, like I say, shit. Oh, shout out to my boy Sonny Jenkins and my dog. You know what I'm saying? He out there doing his thing in Houston and Beaumont. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to forget nobody. Really don't want to forget nobody. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know, but man, yeah, man, it's just shit. It's a blessing, man. I'm still here, dog. You know, I had some little health complications, but we getting it together. It's a new year, 2022. Shout out to my kids, K Bryce, I love you. You know what I'm saying? That's
No,
who I was forgetting, my kids. That's who I was forgetting. Yeah, I ain't mean to forget my kids, though, man. I love my kids to death, man.
no doubt. Well, I'm very happy that I got a chance to talk to you, brother. We will be doing it again very shortly after the you know, the release of the single that's coming out. And we're gonna talk about that some more. And you know what I'm saying? Stay safe out there in Dallas, brother.
Oh, already for sure, man. You know how I get down. You know, I'm gonna stay out the way. I keep the tool on deck.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. K.Luv Evans. My name is Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty. And we'll be back